Okay, hello, good evening. All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to this class where I teach you how you can run your real estate ads from beginning to the end. A lot of this class is going to be about the practical, how you can run ads. So for most of the class, I'm going to be sharing my screen and I will just be showing you guys what you should be doing. Later in the class, I'm going to come on live with my face. I actually cannot do that just yet because I am still driving home. So when I'm more settled, I'm going to come on and go into my face. So let's just get started and let me um, start showing you how you can run ads. But before I do that, there is a very important question that we need to answer in tonight's class. And the question is, why do we run ads? During the registration process for this class, I saw that some realtors have made sales up to, some persons have even done up to 500 million, 1 billion in sales, right? So social media is just one of the ways that you can acquire clients for your real estate business. There is the physical process of acquiring clients. Social media is just one of the ways that you can acquire clients. And what are we saying here tonight? We're saying that it is possible for you to acquire clients online. However, there are two ways that you can acquire clients using social media. The first way is the organic method, and here we're talking about content marketing. We're talking about reaching people that follow you on social media. We're talking about reaching out to people who come across your page or your platform organically. That's without you spending extra money on running paid adverts. The second way is by running paid adverts, which is what we're talking about in this class this evening. And the question we must answer, I always like to answer this question in every class. Why do you run ads? The answer is simple because it's simply because you want to increase your reach. Now, the truth is the social media algorithm has a lot of people doing a lot of things in different places at the same time, right? But with ads, you can specifically target people that are interested in what you're selling on social media. So there are hundreds of millions of people on social media on Instagram, for example. Let's take Instagram as a sample platform that we're using for our experiment tonight. There are hundreds of people on Instagram that are looking to buy properties. However, because Nigeria is a country with 36 states, right? Some of these people are looking to buy properties in Abuja. Some of these people are looking to buy properties in Lagos. Some of these people are looking to buy properties in Imo State or all of those locations, right? They are all not looking to buy properties in one state at the same time. What targeted ads or social media ads or paid ads helps you do is to find people that are looking for properties in the particular location that you're looking to sell, that you have properties for sale for you. So Instagram, if you were running your ads on Instagram, for example, and your property is in Abuja, right? You most likely be targeting people who are interested in Abuja as a state, number one. You also most likely be targeting people that live in Abuja, number two. You most likely be targeting people who are probably not living in Abuja but desire to own property in Abuja because they are Nigerians. What's the peg? Abuja is the capital of Nigeria. So a lot of people, what we call aspirational buying, a lot of people are looking to buy property in this particular location right now. So there are two ways that you can set up your ads on social media. And that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. The first way is by directly boosting on the platform, right? And I'm going to try to, explain that quickly. So let me just open up a screen and open up my Instagram page and show you something really quickly. One of my Instagram pages here. Oh no, I think my internet is connected. Just a moment. Okay, great. So my page is open right now. This is a shortlist page, right? So let me show you something quickly. On Instagram, for example, one of the ways that you can run social media ads on this platform is to boost your post directly. And by that, let me show you what I mean. So if you go to any of your posts on Instagram, and as long as that post more than um, is not more than 90 seconds, right? As long as that post is not more than 90 seconds, and as long as the image is compatible with Instagram Boost feature, right? You can simply come to your post. Let me show you what I'm saying here. Simply come here. Just let me know in the comments if you're following me, right? You simply come here and then you use the boost feature here. Let me say something here, right? There are two things that I want to say here really quickly. A lot of people say that boosting content directly on Instagram doesn't work, but I beg to differ there because it actually works. It's just that it really depends on the objective, right? When if you are running ads specifically, I always advise people to boost more. Like instead of boosting on Facebook, I would advise you to boost on Instagram. Instead of boosting on Facebook, I would advise you to run your ad directly from the ad manager. The ad manager gives you more options. It gives you more targeting options. For example, if you're boosting directly on Instagram, there is no option for frequent travelers, which in the real estate industry, this is one of our biggest audience as realtors. People who travel frequently, people who are frequent international travelers or frequent travelers within the country. So I just want to be sure that you're following. Just let me know in the comments if you can follow me. If you're following me, network is terribly bad. That's why. But I don't know the level of clarity that I have tonight. I just want to confirm how clear I am in this class. Please just let me know. All right. Somebody says that my network is breaking. And about five other people say that they are following me. Okay, great. So I'm just going to go on because I have the majority saying that they are following me. If at any time you cannot hear me, just let me know in the comments and someone will notify me about that. So one of the things I was saying is that running your post from Meta Ads Manager, what it does for you is actually that it gives you more targeting options, it gives you more audience options, and of course, it also gives you a lot of opportunity to explore the Meta ecosystem. Now, what this means is if you're boosting directly from Instagram, for example, your audience is limited. There are some audience targeting options that you can never access by boosting directly on Instagram. And I always say that if your goal is awareness, and of course, you know that as realtors, many times, if we're just starting out a campaign, one of our major goals for that campaign would be awareness. So, if, for example, you just launched a property in a location, one of the things that you want is, or you're a realtor that has not really been on social media before, the first currency that you need to build, or you need to buy, or you need to gather is actually trust. So, now, why are you running awareness ads? You're simply running awareness ads because you want people to get to know your face. You want to sell your face, and then you want to sell your brand really quickly. That's one of the reasons why you actually boost directly on Instagram. Now, Instagram works, Instagram direct boost when it comes to the real estate market works so well for awareness. And so let me show you really quickly, practically what I'm saying. Now look at my screen. I'm just going to zoom into my screen a little so that you can see it a bit more clearly. Now there is this option here. So you see boost post, right? And by your right, you're going to see your ad account, and then it says here, boost this post into an ad to increase your reach, right? And then there are about three options that you have here, right? The first one you have is you're boosting. What do you want people to do? This simply means that Instagram is asking you about the action that you want people to take when they see your ad, right? And there are three possible actions that you want people to take when they see your ad. First of all, you want people to visit your profile, right? The second one is you want people to visit your website, and then profile is the best for brand awareness, right? It's best for visibility, it's best for growing your engagement. So now I just want to quickly explain something, the difference between the Instagram platform and Facebook. Of people when they see your ads on Instagram versus Facebook, as well as why pro realtors that actually run on Instagram as opposed to Facebook. Now, you know that the Instagram platform is built in such a way that when you see somebody's ad, one of the first things that you do immediately is to click on their page and go and see what their page looks like, right? So you see an ad. Wow. Oh no. My my screen, check. My screen is off. So one of the questions that so that's one of the things that happens, right? When you okay, so I just noticed that my screen has gone up. Let me quickly see.
phone is connected.
All right, guys. So, as I was saying, right, I hope you guys can hear me right now. It is compulsory for you to have a Meta ad account. Yes, it is compulsory. Someone is asking how they can set up a Meta ad account. I'm going to address that in the course of this class. Right. So as I was saying, there are three options, right? When it comes to, so Instagram is simply saying what action do you want people to take when they see your ad. So the first one is visit your profile. And why this option is so effective is because of how the Instagram algorithm is built, and over time, user experience and user reaction to ads on Instagram. Now, if a user on Instagram sees an interesting ad, one of the first action or the very first action that they take 40% of the time, if they are not clicking the link, is that they want to visit the profile. Basically, they want to see more. They want to go on your profile. They want to go on your profile and see much more what you are doing on your page, right? So that is how the Instagram algorithm is built. So if you're running a page, if you're running an ad, and your goal is for people to visit your profile, right? One of the things it does is that it actually gets you brand awareness and followers. That's why a lot of people that want to grow their followers really quickly on Instagram, one of the objective that they use is the visit your profile objective. One of the things this objective can also do, right, more for you, it even does it more than when you run the ad from Meta Ad Manager, is that it actually gets you followers. So let me confirm again that you guys can hear me. Let me just confirm that you guys can hear me. Please just let me know in the comments if you can hear me. Yes, the network is quite terrible, but we are going to try to see how we can um, um, pull this through. It's because it rained heavily in my location today, this evening. It rained heavily, so the network is quite bad. Just let me know in the comments if you can hear me, and I'll just continue. So what I'm trying to say is that, okay, great. All right, you can hear me. Thank you. Okay, so I said if you want brand awareness, you want people to follow you, you want your ad to reach a lot of people. Now, with this option, this visit profile option, right? The hack is many times you spend very little on your ad budget, and then you get a lot of results. Let me give you a typical example. A practical example is this class that you are in right now. I got 160, maybe 162 registrations for this class, and I only spent about 13,000 naira. My cost per registration was less than 40 naira. It was less than 40 naira. If you've run ads before, you know that that is crazily cheap, right? Currently in the current ad market. So that is one of the things that I'm trying to say here. If you want to grow your followers quickly on Instagram, and you want brand awareness quickly, and then you don't want to go through the hassle of setting up your ads, because the ad manager, as we're going to
deal with in today's class is a little bit complex and needs a little more maturity than just boosting your post directly. So I am teaching you both options so that maybe as a starter you can start with this and then graduate to implementing some of the things I'm going to be teaching in the Meta Ads Manager class. The second option is for people to visit your website. Most of the time, personally, if you're a realtor, I don't really advise you to send people to your WhatsApp, especially, I'm sorry, to your website, especially if you sell real estate in Nigeria. Right? If you sell real estate in Nigeria, I always say one thing: Nigerians like WhatsApp, Nigerians like calls. So why not simply send people to your WhatsApp, let them reach out to you on WhatsApp, and get on a call with you? I believe that, remember I told you that one of the greatest currency, the first currency you're trying to gather on social media, right, when you're trying to sell to Nigerians, when you're trying to sell real estate to Nigerians, is trust. And to build trust, you need to be accessible, you need to be reachable, and sometimes you're using a website as a realtor can just complicate that process for a lot of people, which is why I advise that you send people to your WhatsApp. And if you desire to send people to your WhatsApp, one of the options that you can use here if you're boosting your post directly would be to use the message you option. Now, what does that do? What does the message you option do? It either allows people to message you directly on Instagram, or it tells people to message you on WhatsApp, right? So that's what it does. It tells people, oh, send me a message, send me a DM on Instagram, or send me a DM on WhatsApp, and I'll be easily reachable. Okay, so I'm really trying to load this page, but it's not loading because my network is a bit bad. So let's just give it a few seconds. I really don't know why it's not loading. Okay. The truth is that this classes, I'm not going to be able to have this class without my network working, because everything that I'm teaching tonight, I need to teach it live. I need to be able to load my screen. I need you guys to see my screen. I need you guys to um, follow me as I'm setting up the ad. Remember, I told you this class is the most practical ad class that you're going to find out there. So I really, network is terribly bad. It's just not working, right? So let's just give it 2 more minutes. If it doesn't load up, I'll take a decision on what to do. All right. So I think my network is now cooperating. Thank you. Let's just move on. So let's click on the message you objective and see what it brings us. Great, amazing. So you see that it gives you the options to choose the messaging app that you want to send your prospects to. most preferably, I would advise you to send people to WhatsApp, and let me give you reasons why I advise that. When people send you DMs on Instagram, in my personal experience, over time, it gets more difficult for you to connect with them. Now, a lot of people, a lot of Nigerians, except maybe for the younger generation, right, do not really use Instagram so well, right? So what happens is, many times you start a conversation with a potential client on Instagram, and over time, you're trying to reach this person for such a long time. You're sending them DMs and they are not responding. Remember, in this class, I'm not just teaching you how to run ads, I'm actually teaching you how to make sure that your ads actually convert. So I'm saying that's one of the reasons why I encourage you to um, you know, use WhatsApp as your end goal, right? Is so that, number one, these people can phone numbers. It's so important that you strive to have the phone numbers of your prospects, right? It's so important that you strive to have their phone numbers, because if you're not able to finish up the conversation via a messaging platform, you can always call them. You can always call them and talk on the phone. That's number one. So let's just keep on let's just move forward on setting up this ad right now, right? So let's say that we choose the WhatsApp objective that I have, advised you to use. So you have certain action buttons. What are action buttons? When you see ads, action buttons are those things that show below the ad that, you know they are more like prompts on the kind of action that you are encouraging the customer to take. So it's more like the CTA, the call to action there. So you can have a call to action that says send message. You can have a call to action that says contact us. You can have a call to action that says learn more. You can have a call to action that says book now, right? Now, the top three call to actions I would advise you to use if you're running if you're boosting your ad directly from Instagram and you're using the send message button, is send message, contact us, or learn more, right? Because when somebody sees your ad on Instagram, right, one of the things that comes to their mind is, okay, how can I know more about this property? How can I get to learn more about this property? So if you are using the contact us or learn more option, it just basically this person can just reach out to you. So someone is actually suggesting that we reschedule because of the network, right? If you think we should reschedule this class, right, can you just let me know in the comments that you want us to reschedule? Someone is suggesting that we reschedule because of how bad the network is right now. Okay, I think we have what should we call it now? We have a lot of people saying that we should reschedule, and a few people saying that they can hear loud and clear. So, well, I think I'll go with the majority saying we should reschedule the class. So, reschedule the class to tomorrow, same time tomorrow, 7 p.m. I think that tomorrow at 7 p.m. would have. Or what time do you guys suggest? Can you give me suggestions in the comments when you think we should reschedule to? Tomorrow 7 p.m. might not be very convenient. Okay, guys, would communicate a rescheduled date or midnight class? Oh my god. Okay, I think Saturday sounds like a good time. Saturday sounds like a good time. Saturday sounds like a good time. I would have the PM communicate the reschedule time, right, to everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, and sorry about the network. Of course, you all know by Nigeria, so this happened. It rained terribly. It rained heavily where I was or where I am, and so the network is really bad. I really understand that. Okay, so um, good night, everyone.